Well, I'll tell you this, I have no idea about their business, but if someone owed me $200 million, then I would be in court, not on X. And I guarantee you, if she ever took that to court, that would be a huge...
Federal attention is suddenly hovering around Jay-Z after explosive online claims connected to Nicki Minaj sent fans into full meltdown mode. No charges, no official confirmations, just rumors, legal warnings, and one single comment that made people stop scrolling and start putting pieces together. And trust me, it all comes down to money, loyalty, and betrayal. But before we dive into the chaos that's been building throughout 2026, we have to rewind way back. Because what's happening right now between Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z didn't come out of nowhere. This story has history, deep history. And if you don't understand how this all started, you won't fully understand why things have reached this boiling point today. So let's start at the very beginning. There was a time when Nicki Minaj had nothing but admiration for Jay-Z. She respected him, she praised him, she openly talked about looking up to him, and she said it on camera for the whole world to see.
Now, you've also said that Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, and Lil Wayne were some of your biggest influences when you were coming up. What did each of them have that you wanted to emulate?
Jay-Z, business savvy. Foxy Brown, immaculate delivery. Lil Wayne, trendsetter.
Business, that's what she saw in him. Nicki looked at Jay-Z and saw someone who cracked the code, a man who turned bars into billions, lyrics into luxury, and music into an empire built to last far beyond the charts. And for a long time it felt like Nicki wanted to walk that same road right alongside him. Because when Jay-Z launched his streaming platform, Tidal, back in 2015, he didn't move alone. He pulled in some of the biggest names in music, offering them partnerships and equity in the company. And Nicki Minaj was one of those artists. Now here's where the story starts to shift, according to reports. Nicki received around a 3% ownership stake in Tidal, and she didn't just quietly hold on to it. She went all in. She promoted the platform heavily. She pushed it to her millions of fans, the barbs harder than almost anyone else involved. By her own words, she did more promo for Tidal than anyone except Beyoncé. She put her name, her brand, and her reputation behind Jay-Z's vision. She truly believed in it. Then in 2021, Jay-Z sold Tidal to Jack Dorsey's Square for about $300 million. And according to Nicki, she walked away with almost nothing. She claimed she was offered just $1 million, one check, and that was supposed to close the book, but Nicki wasn't willing to accept that. She has said publicly, more than once, that Jay-Z owes her somewhere between $100 million and $200 million now. Does that number actually make sense? Well, Wack 100 broke it down when he spoke with DJ Vlad about the situation, and the math raised a lot of eyebrows.
Remember when Jay-Z launched Tidal?
I remember.
And he brought in like 16 musical
15
partners.
people gave him 3% each.
Gave what?
3% each, 45%.
Okay, 3% each.
3%, they got 45% that he brought in. Later on, somebody else came in with like 200 million or so, and he gave them a third. It kind of diluted everybody, which we understand that. That's how your contract's written.
So she's claiming that Jay-Z, when he sold the company to Jack Dorsey, which I looked it up, it was sold for around $300 million, that she was paid $1 million, but she's really owed $200 million.
But she only had about maybe 2.5%, 3% tops.
There's 16 partners. She's not an equal partner. Jay-Z is obviously the biggest shareholder.
You do the math, what's the numbers on 300 and 2.5%? I mean, shit.
300 times
10% would have been 3 million.
2.5.
Half of that 1.5.
It's about 7.5 million.
For 2.5?
2.5%. If it sold for that much, like you said, it was probably diluted.
It was diluted.
It was, and in fact, Tidal was a losing company.
Tidal
was never successful.
Stayed in the negative.
It stayed in the negative, so it probably decreased in overall value. They had to get they had to get more money, which ultimately diluted everyone's share and so forth. It's not like you're talking about Spotify. You're not talking about Apple. You're talking about a losing company that was ping-ponged to various other people. I think Sprint bought it at one point, then I think Jack Dorsey just bought it as a favor to be cool with Jay-Z because he didn't do anything with it. Tidal's not a major platform anymore.
He didn't do anything with it.
And she's claiming that she's owed $200 million, which is it's just insane.
So when you actually run the numbers, 2.5% of a $300 million sale, even before any dilution, comes out to around $7.5 million. And once you factor in dilution from new investors, that figure drops even lower. It's nowhere close to $200 million. But here's what people miss. For Nicki, this was never just about dollars and cents. It was about what that money symbolized. She felt played. She felt like she went all in for Jay-Z's platform, put her reputation on the line, put her fan base behind it, and when it was finally time to collect, she felt like she got a handshake and a push toward the exit. And the title situation, that was only one chapter in a much bigger the story, because Nicki has also claimed that Jay-Z blocked her documentary back in 2018, a documentary where she planned to speak openly about the abuse she says she experienced while dating Meek Mill, who was signed to Jay-Z's ROC Nation at the time. According to people close to Nicki, Jay-Z advised her not to release it, and out of respect for him back then, she agreed. She stayed quiet, but after all that loyalty, ROC Nation went on to sign Megan Thee Stallion right in the middle of Megan's very public tension with Nicki. Then came moves involving Doja Cat. Then reports about outreach to Cardi B to Nicki and her fans. It didn't look random. It looked like a pattern, a calculated effort to push her aside and replace her.
Do you see what she's been doing recently?
I see she's been going at Jay-Z. Well, title.
Jay-Z, SZA,
Why is she going at SZA?
Doechii, Kendrick, Punch from TDE, everybody. Desiree from Rock Nation.
But Wack 100 pointed out something that had already been sitting in a lot of people's minds. He looked at how many different people Nicki seemed to be calling out, and he said something that made everyone pause and really think.
I think the problem we have is we watch people for 10, 20, 15 years. We watch them. Vlad, if I woke up and over the next 5 days saw you rant on everybody, right? I'm not gonna say Vlad's unhappy. I'm gonna say, yo, Act, yo, Trap, yo, Adam. Hey, bro, we need to go check on Vlad. This ain't him, right? Like, we see what he's doing. This not him. So that means something's going on.
And that's really the question at the center of everything. Is Nicki Minaj exposing something real? Actual corruption and manipulation at the highest levels of the music industry? Or is there something else happening behind the scenes? Because what came next pushed this entire situation into a whole new territory. The Breakfast Club started discussing Nicki's tweets about Jay-Z, and one of the hosts pointed out something that a lot of people had been whispering about for a while.
Well, I'll tell you this, I have no idea about their business, but if someone owed me $200 million, then I would be in court, not on X, and I guarantee you if she ever took that to court, that would be a huge story.
And this is the point that keeps coming up in this entire feud. If the money is truly owed, if the contracts really say what Nicki claims they say, then why hasn't a lawsuit been filed? As of February 2026, no legal action has been confirmed because paperwork would tell the story, audits would expose the truth. But instead, everything has been playing out on social media, and that's exactly what makes this situation so messy and so complicated. Now, if you thought the title money dispute was the end of it, think again. Because in the second half of 2024 and throughout 2025, Nicki Minaj didn't just keep pressure on Jay-Z, she cranked it all the way up. And the moment that completely set the internet on fire was the Super Bowl situation. In September 2024, ROC Nation, Jay-Z's entertainment company, which partners with the NFL, selected Kendrick Lamar to headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime. The show that year's Super Bowl was set to take place in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's city, a place where Wayne isn't just respected, he's a legend, an icon. And almost everyone expected Lil Wayne to get that call. Nicki expected it. The fans expected it. By some reports, Wayne himself may have expected it. But the call never came. Kendrick Lamar got the spot instead, and Nicki Minaj went nuclear. She took to social media and blasted Jay-Z as evil and disgusting, accusing him of deliberately blocking Wayne from the biggest stage in music. The Bobs were furious. Wayne's fans were furious. And just like that, what started as a business dispute turned into full-scale public war. The Breakfast Club covered it as well, reading Nicki's tweets live on air.
How did Jay-Z ruin all these sports?
Oh my God.
Well, she felt like Lil Wayne. She feels like Lil Wayne should have been the performer at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
That is funny as hell. Read that one again. What you said, Jay-Z?
She did a whole list.
She said, "Dear #Jay-Z, you ruined hip hop, you ruined football, you ruined basketball, you ruined touring, you ruined Instagram, you ruined Twitter. The jig is up. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only."
Jay-Z ruined hip-hop. Jay-Z ruined football. Jay-Z ruined basketball. Jay-Z ruined touring. Jay-Z ruined Instagram and Twitter. That's a whole lot of ruining to put on one person, and one of the hosts couldn't help but joke about how extreme it sounded. But that's when the energy shifted from frustration to something much darker. By July 2025, Nicki went on X and directly accused Jay-Z of being jealous of her success and blocking her bags behind the scenes. In other words, she believed he was actively trying to sabotage her career, influencing deals, and using his power to keep her from winning. She also accused ROC Nation CEO Desiree Perez of unethical behavior. Nicki demanded between $100 million and $200 million, saying she would donate the money to charity and even start college funds for her fans. Then in October 2025, Nicki dropped a bomb nobody saw coming. She announced she was scrapping her upcoming The Album, the highly anticipated 6th studio project that had been scheduled for March 2026, and hinted that she might be retiring from music altogether. Her exact words on X stunned everyone. "I'm not putting out the album anymore. No more music. Hope you're happy now, Jay-Z." Shockwaves hit the entire industry. The album cancellation made headlines everywhere. TMZ, Complex, Hyperbeast, Rolling Stone, The Economic Times. Nicki blamed it all on Jay-Z and ROC Nation, claiming they sabotaged her projects and that she refused to release music under those conditions unless her contracts were renegotiated. She even said ROC Nation executives begged her privately to tour and drop new music, but she wouldn't move until the title payout issue was resolved. But here's the twist. Just weeks later, in November 2025, Nicki started teasing the album again, hinting that it was stacked with hits. She mentioned having 16 tracks ready to go, so retirement suddenly didn't look so permanent. Still, the damage was already done. In Nicki's version of events, Jay-Z had become the villain, the man who tried to shut her career down. Now, Wack 100 had a different theory about all of this. He didn't fully buy the idea that Jay-Z was some evil mastermind pulling every string. He believed something else might be happening behind the scenes.
If you're hollering and screaming on social media, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe either a album, a single, she's about to launch some merch. I believe it's just a marketing gimmick to put the light on her so she can present something else to the people. I could be wrong, but, or she just, maybe she's going through something. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, people go through things and people react in different ways.
He then drew a comparison that caught people's attention. He brought up Gucci Mane, who went through a similar phase, publicly clashing with everyone before eventually going to prison, getting clean, and turning his life around.
For her to be going at this many people all at once, we watched Gucci Mane, remember?
Yeah.
Remember when Gucci got on one?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she was the butt of one of the jokes.
Prison right afterwards.
Remember, he was, bro, we was hearing all kind of things, right?
Yeah.
But Gucci later on, once he came home from prison,
he got off drugs, got married, settled
Remember,
down.
it was something happened at the barbershop.
Yeah.
He said, "Nicki, I used to take you to the $29.99. He went at everybody, right? Every day we looked up, Gucci was over, but bro was going through something.
Through all of this, the tweets, the accusations, the non-stop drama, one thing stayed completely consistent. Jay-Z never said a word, no public responses, no tweets, no interviews, no statements. He has never directly addressed the feud. His silence has been deafening, and depending on who you ask, that silence either proves he's guilty and can't defend himself, or it shows he considers the whole thing beneath him, not worth his time. But there's another perspective on Jay-Z's silence that DJ Academics highlighted, and it's actually pretty damning.
I'm wondering why Roc Nation don't sue Nicki. If you know, they're quick to kind of support Meg and sue a blogger who doesn't have anything. Why not sue Nicki? That's kind of odd. I'm not saying this shit, but I'm just saying, you know, usually when they're not suing, it's like they kind of know they don't have a case, which means maybe you have some type of point that you've made. Interesting.
And that right there is what keeps the conspiracy theories alive. If everything Nicki is saying is completely fabricated, entirely false, and totally baseless, then why hasn't Roc Nation's legal team, known for being notoriously aggressive, sent her a cease and desist or filed a defamation lawsuit? Reports suggest a cease and desist may have been issued in December 2025, but no actual lawsuit ever appeared. And for a company with the legal firepower to go after bloggers and small creators, the fact that they haven't touched Nicki speaks volumes to many people. Then came February 2026, Grammy night. And that's when things went fully nuclear. It's February 2026. The Grammys, the biggest night in music, are underway. Most artists are walking red carpets, celebrating achievements, and getting ready for their moments in the spotlight. Nicki Minaj? She wasn't there. She was at home on X, about to unleash one of the most explosive series of posts in the history of this entire feud. Part of what set her off, something that happened during the Grammys broadcast itself. Trevor Noah, hosting the ceremony, decided to make a joke about Nicki's absence, and it wasn't exactly gentle.
And every single person here, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas, Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here.
Thumbs up happened.
She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nicki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nicki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wop, wop, wop. Look at it. Look at it, baby.
Oh, shit. They just the hell out.
Now, to be fair, Trevor Noah was doing his job, hosting, making jokes, getting laughs. But Nicki Minaj doesn't roll like that. She took it personally. Very personally. And what came next was an all-out assault on social media. DJ Academics was covering her tweets live, and the first one he read hit like a bomb.
So Nicki Minaj unleashes this verbal onslaught on Jay-Z. She says, are you understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are, and you will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times. Since I wasn't trying to say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated and until I tell you about all the sabotage this Rico is finding out about Billboard.
She went on to accuse Jay-Z and people in his circle of sacrificing children for power. She declared she wouldn't release her album until her contracts were renegotiated. She claimed there was sabotage involving Billboard, and she wasn't done. Nicki even posted old photos showing a young Jay-Z with a teenage Aaliyah, questioning the age difference and the nature of their relationship back in the 1990s. DJ Academics actually did the math on this one live in real time.
Now she puts an associated picture, and the picture shows a 26-year-old Jay-Z with supposedly a 15-year-old Aaliyah. Now we got to do some fact checking here. How old was Aaliyah in 1996? In 1996, she turned 17. So she turned 17 on January 1996. So if this is 1996, as this picture alludes to, unless this was before January 16th, she was most likely 17. She was most likely 17, not 15. So I want to be accurate. Now, granted, is she still underage? Yes. Let's say if it was 1996, right? Aaliyah was 17 in 1996. How old was Jay-Z in 1996? We can't go off the picture. We just got to go off. He was 27. Or 26 or 27, who knows? 27 or 26 and 17 is odd. I will say that. That's odd.
While Nicki was going after Jay-Z, she wasn't holding back on anyone else who caught her attention that night. She fired shots at Trevor Noah for the Grammy joke. She went after Chrissy Teigen too, apparently because she had given a thumbs up to Trevor's joke.
Minaj is not here. She is not here.
What?
She is still at the White House with Donald.
Nicki fired back at Chrissy Teigen with a wild claim that had nothing to do with Jay-Z at all. DJ Academics pointed out that Chrissy Teigen seemed to delete her Twitter account shortly after. But that was just the beginning. Nicki went after Lizzo. She made political statements about Democrats. She brought up voter ID. She called out George Clinton. It was a full-on scorched earth campaign. And Academics was right there watching it all unfold, calling it exactly what he thought it was, while also pointing out the part that no one in the media wanted to touch.
Hey, all y'all niggas who love comment on me, bro. Hey, everybody, hey, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Hey, oh, let me signal here. Hey, I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen, but I seen everybody role-playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. I'll let y'all rock with that. But I need all of y'all to keep the same energy and talk about this. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast.
And that really gets to the heart of what Nicki was saying. The media covers everything else, every rumor, every bit of gossip. But when it comes to allegations against Jay-Z, suddenly everyone goes quiet. No podcast, no think pieces. Suddenly, it's off limits. Now, amid all this chaos, the legal side of things is worth noting. While Nicki was going off on social media, Jay-Z was handling serious legal battles of his own. In late 2024, a Jane Doe filed a civil lawsuit claiming Jay-Z had been involved in sexual assault back in 2000. Jay-Z denied it, calling it a blackmail attempt. He countersued the attorney, Tony Busby, for extortion and defamation. The Jane Doe voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit in February 2025. But Jay-Z then filed a defamation suit against her in Alabama, claiming the case was a malicious conspiracy that cost him $20 million in lost income. Meanwhile, Busby sued Roc Nation, alleging they solicited clients to file frivolous lawsuits against his firm. Jay-Z's extortion lawsuit against Busby was dismissed by a judge in July 2025, though he appealed so while Jay-Z was battling on multiple legal fronts. Nicki Minaj was going nuclear online. And through all of it, Beyoncé has stayed completely silent. She hasn't responded to Nicki's accusations or addressed the conspiracy theories. Nicki has clarified that her feud is with Jay-Z, not Beyoncé, but that hasn't stopped the internet from dragging Beyoncé into the conversation. Right now, this feud shows no signs of slowing down. Nicki is still posting. Jay-Z is still silent. No lawsuits have been filed between the two. And the big question remains the same. What's real, and what's just noise? Nicki says Jay-Z owes her hundreds of millions and has been sabotaging her career. Jay-Z's camp says nothing. The Barbs say their queen is being persecuted. Skeptics claim it's all marketing. And the rest of us? We're just watching one of the most explosive feuds in hip-hop history unfold in real time, right on our phone screens. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click on one of the boxes on your screen to watch more content like this.